What's up, guys? It's time for me to make my AFC North predictions. Let's get into it. In last place, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers. I understand it's extremely difficult to bet against Mike Tomlin. He consistently finds ways to, stay above 500. He has never ended the year with a losing season, regardless of who his quarterback has been. It's been Mason Rudolph, it's been Kenny Pickett, it's been Devlin Hodges at various different points over the last 5 years, and Mike Tomlin has still found a way to keep his team afloat in that playoff race. But I simply just don't believe in Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. Russell Wilson's an all-time great QB. There's nothing taking away from what he accomplished in Seattle. But over the last 2 years in Denver, things haven't been good. Even his last two seasons in Seattle weren't that great. And now I think he's at a point where if he doesn't play well this season, he could be out of a job. Because Russell Wilson is the type of quarterback that has that cachet to say, he can't be a backup in this league. When it comes to Justin Fields, on the other hand, he's extremely talented. We know he can run the football effectively. But has he progressed enough as a passer to really say that we believe in him? No. And because of that, I have this team finishing in last place. In third place, I have the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Browns have a lot to like. They can run the football, they have a good offensive line, they have good weapons, and they have a great defense. They pushed all their chips in the middle of the table for Deshaun Watson, and that move is the thing holding them back from competing with some of the top teams in the AFC. I can understand why Cleveland was interested in Watson. Obviously, he was a talented player during his time with the Texans. But considering what he was accused of doing, considering the fact that he sat out a season, considering the fact that they knew he would miss time, the fact that they gave up 3 first-round picks, and they've made him the highest paid quarterback, guaranteeing his contract, was a massive mistake. And I don't think Deshaun Watson has what it takes anymore. I wouldn't be shocked if Deshaun Watson gets benched at some point during this season and Jameis Winston becomes the starter for this team. So I have the Browns in third place. In second place, I got the Cincinnati Bengals. I was tempted to pick this team to win the division because they did finish in last place. Usually every season there's a team that finishes at the bottom of the division that ends up winning the division. And Cincinnati really did seem like that team. But I have concerns about, if Jamar Chase is actually going to report. The first game of the season's tomorrow. He better play. They have to get that contract done. He has to come and play for this team because he's such an important cog. He's their second best player behind Joe Burrow. But I do think that the Ravens, the Browns, have their number, and they struggle against these teams in the division that are good teams, but they should at least show some fight against. And that causes them from going to a top 1, top 2 seed to a wild card team or a team that ends up winning their division but has to play games on the road. So Cincinnati really needs to handle their business. They usually start the season off slow, and the Chase concerns have me concerned, but I think they're too talented to miss the playoffs, so I got them in second place. But in first place, I got the Baltimore Ravens because of Lamar Jackson, because of the studs they have on that defense. Meta BK, Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton. They have dogs everywhere. I know they lost Mike McDonald, but I think they'll get their act together defensively. They didn't look that great the first game of the season. They did bring in Derrick Henry to bolster the running game, but they were already a good running team. My biggest question for the Baltimore Ravens is, can they beat the Kansas City Chiefs when it counts? Last year was their most opportune moment. Kansas City did not have the weapons. They did not have the firepower. And Lamar Jackson came up short. 10 points in your home building. Come on, man. I need Lamar to play better if I'm ever going to pick the Ravens to win the big game, but I believe in Lamar to win this division. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you liked this video, and be sure to tune in to my other division predictions. Thanks, guys.